And so I would say that I put in a lot of life experiences, blood, sweat, and tears into this book. This is a book about how we can start to live in this life without being a slave to this life. About how we can live in Duniya without allowing Duniya to own us. And this is not an easy thing to do. Many people drown in this ocean of Duniya. One of the analogies that I use in the book is an analogy of Imam Razi, rahimahullah, where he says that the hearts are like ships in the ocean of this life. And he compares Duniya to an ocean. Now, if you think about the ocean, and alhamdulillah, you have perfect experience with that, being on the coast, and having that huge body of water, to look and realize that when you look at the ocean, it is something that is beautiful from the shore. It is something that can also be very useful. But the ocean is something that, as long as the ship remains afloat, as long as the ship does not allow the ocean to enter, then the ship can remain floating. And it's only when the ship allows the ocean to enter it that it sinks. And similarly, he explains that the hearts are like ships in this ocean of Duniya. And as long as we keep the Duniya outside of our hearts, then the Duniya won't destroy us. As long as we keep the Duniya in our hand, rather than in our hearts, then the Duniya cannot destroy us. Why do people become owned by Duniya? Why do people become destroyed in this life? And the answer is just like the ship. All of us know the story of the Titanic, right? The Titanic was this ship. It was the greatest of its time. In fact, it was called the unsinkable ship. They were so proud of their craftsmanship that they actually thought it was unsinkable. And what did the Titanic go down in history as? As one of the most tragic sinkings of a ship. And what is it that destroyed such a massive ship? It was simply that the ocean entered the ship. It was simply that the ship had been damaged due to the iceberg, and then the ocean water entered the ship. And that's all it took to destroy even the most massive and even the most great of ships. And it literally broke it in half and sunk it. And that's exactly what happens to hearts if they allow Duniya to enter. When you allow the Duniya to become deep inside of your heart, when you allow yourself to love Duniya in a way that we're not supposed to love Duniya, that's when Duniya destroys us. And so, Reclaim Your Heart is about this process, and the title comes from this process of taking our hearts back from Duniya and from the things that we've given our hearts to. Because every single person loves something, and every single person actually worships something. Even a non-Muslim, even an atheist, has something that they worship. It might not be Allah, it might not be God, but it is something in their life that they worship.